Show me that neck trick.
Yeah, he's still doing that neck trick to all the sailors.
You know what I like.
Show me that neck trick, whore.
Yeah.
But we're not at that part yet. This is for the Patreons, for the fine people of Patreon. Because I was sick last week, we have to talk about 2 episodes.
I may get confused with this. I maybe had to pull up there was just so much happened in the last one.
It was fantastic.
I'm now actively yelling at people at work.
Like you didn't do that before?
Well, no, but now it's about CBS All Access.
Yeah, now he's pro Discovery. Before it was anti Discovery. Ben he's a changed man.
It's like, what's your problem? Why don't you love good television?
You guys are real dicks. And I mean, the first episode that we didn't get to review, I guess, which was not the wolf one, but the one after that, was where we found out that Lorca was indeed Mirror Lorca.
Oh no!
Like that was the big reveal. And call me crazy, but I really dig CBS and the writers and the producers of this show going full on and just going for the fan kind of conspiracies here. I'm really digging it. You don't see it a lot in television, so it's nice.
Yeah.
I was slightly disappointed that it wasn't just a regular badass dude from our universe. Like, I kind of wanted that. I'm not too disappointed because I still liked it. But part of me was just like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if he was just a badass, not from another universe or something.
But I mean,
he's like an American badass.
He's fucking Kid Rock, dude. Oh my god!
My name is Captain Lorca.
So, but I love the idea because the big gripe everybody had was like, no way a Starfleet captain would act like that. Starfleet would not do anything like that at all. That's not a waste. Well, he's not fucking Starfleet. He's from the Mirrorverse, dummy. So it kind of just feeds into all of it. That it was, I don't know, man. I thought it was really great.
Now, what do you guys feel about, some people had a problem with the inconsistency to the previous Mirror universes not having a problem with the lighting. Like, the whole thing with, like, them being sensitive to light.
How do we know that?
Because things weren't lit as darkly in the other Mirror
It's true. It's true.
Did you or any of these people go through with like a lumen calculator and measure if these were 60-watt bulbs or 120?
I mean, even if it's just something that they added for this series, I'm cool with. I mean, I'm fine with it. I thought it was cool. And and again, the Mirror universe changes in so many ways and so many kind of ups and downs and who's ruling and who's not and who's oppressed and who's leading. I mean, fuck, look at the Klingons. They look different every kind of incarnation. So, I mean, whatever. I don't care. I'm good with it.
And look at the times that we've seen Mirror Universe on DS9. Just the 2 episodes that we've seen now?
Yeah, it's
always dark.
Yeah, and they're all sex maniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they got their eyes fixed and they like fuck in the future.
Well, that's the thing is they got their eyes fixed and they're like, damn, we all sexy.
Yeah,
we should hook up.
Look how dirty we all are from all this ruling and oppressing. We gotta have some sex. Yeah,
and that's why the Terran Empire fell.
But Lorca is very much in the vein of Terran Cisco, because Cisco just bangs everybody. From the sounds of it, it sounds like Lorca just did the exact same thing. He's humping everybody.
You don't even remember her name.
Nope. I don't. Her name was Emma or whatever. And
Ada or something like that.
She could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Her name was Wet Hole.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, damn.
Smell my finger. And then he fucking steps on his face and he kills him. This is the one thing I will say that I thought was kind of fishy about it, because that's how the first episode that we're talking about real quick ends. Like, you go through all of it, you find out that Lorca's actually fucking Mirror Universe Lorca, and then the new episode is just basically running and gunning. That's the whole thing of it. My only problem with the newest episode of why would the Terran Empire keep all these people alive for 100 and 200? Yeah, like, why wouldn't they just kind of kill them immediately? That was my only beef with it. Like, I get the torture thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, 278 days or whatever. I mean, that seems a bit excessive. They seem like they like to kill. So it's weird that they kept them all alive.
Yeah. Well, see, my problem with it was after 200 and whatever days, you don't grow a beard.
It gets shocked off.
Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense. Electrolysis is built in.
But your eyebrows and your hair are fine.
No, I mean, that's special hair. Yeah,
got it.
They shocks their pubes off too. None of them had pubes. I will say.
Well, if you watch this is the first episode I watched after Trek.
Yes, me too. I watched it because you recommended it on Twitter.
I got to go back and watch that. Yeah.
And when they were asking Lorca about, or not Lorca, but Jason Isaacs about, it's too bad you had to shave off your Mirror Universe goatee. And he goes, "Oh no, we all still have goatees. They're just somewhere else."
He's a very charming man, that Jason Isaacs. I really liked him.
He did something though that most actors don't.
Was that Dennis? Who farted?
Who's Ben?
It wasn't me. I know that. It's either Ben or Jenny. I'm not sure.
I saw him react first.
Okay, all right. So Ben scared himself with his farting.
It was my stomach. It was like I drank something too much. But no, and so I'll just drink from my
nice
Galaxy class.
Nice. That's good.
One of our cast members gave me.
That's pretty cool.
It was Jenny.
I bet.
But so when Jason Isaacs is talking about his character, he doesn't say, "Well, what Captain Lorca would have to do in this scene," and what Captain. He was saying, I couldn't do it without getting Burnham back, and I knew this, and so he's just talking about it, and so he's like so into this character, and it's just that he's personifying it.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious, and I hope that they explain how he became in command of this top secret starship. Like, did he take the place of another Lorca? Mm-hmm. Did he just basically mutiny himself and take over?
He was. I mean, that was the thing. Was it the Baran
yes.
that he blew up to keep them from getting captured and tortured by the Klingons once they were whatever?
Which they probably actually figured out that he was, evil.
Yeah, and then he done killed them. So I think that was the whole thing on that was that he done blued up anybody who might know it, or it might have been like, did he switch places with original Recipe Lorca?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Because in the original, that was the thing is that our guys had the transporter accident with the ionization, the ion storm, and then switched places.
Yes.
But in this one, he beamed up while he was trying to escape.
Yeah.
And did the thing. But did that mean that the other Lorca switched places? Because on Deep Space Nine, whenever they come over, they didn't have to switch places.
Yeah.
They just popped in.
I think original Lorca got blowed up, and then this guy
on the Baran.
Yeah, and this guy just shows up, and they're like, "Oh, hey, he survived," because he's the only one that did, weirdly enough. So, I mean, he could have just made up all that other bullshit. But then it would be weird that they would give him this awesome command after blowing up his last ship and everyone was killed but him.
Yeah, usually if you lose your ship, you go to mast.
Yeah.
There's like an admiral's mast, and there's explanations that you have to make.
But you know what? We'll probably get there because, I mean, they at the end of the episode, everything kind of works out, and it's very cool, very misty-eyed stuff. Yeah. Like, Saru is amazing. The crew is amazing. Everything about this episode is just great. Like, Saru's speech about I don't believe in no one situation. It's I got to tell you, that alien son of a bitch got me a little misty-eyed.
Yeah. Well, and when one of his Mirror Universe counterparts got made into soup, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was weird.
Pick your Kelpian.
We were actually talking about that in the chat where somebody was saying, like, what happens when the new Philippa comes over to the ship and sees Saru?
She's just going to try to eat him.
Oh, dinner's on.
Oh, you guys have welcomed me very kindly. This is great. I get to eat him.
You made your dinner the captain. Are you people just stupid? What?
Dennis, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Nice.
But yeah, it's I was definitely a little misty-eyed when they were doing all the the talking about Starfleet and yada. This is our ship, and it didn't feel like I was watching the 12th episode of the first season of a paywall television show. I felt like I was watching a blockbuster film. Like, this was great.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
Dennis and I were like almost live tweeting the episode. And,
Yeah.
I know. I saw.
It was.
I got retweeted by the Star Trek Discovery account.
Oh.
Yeah.
They said they slide up in your DMs, player.
Hell yeah.
They still have a grudge against me. I haven't made enough penance, I guess.
Oh, I mean, you were very anti-disco for a long time.
No, I was anti-Star Trek Discovery. I'm very pro-Star Trek Disco. And I love that has become the short name for this.
What, disco?
Is that people call it disco or Star Trek
Disco
Disco.
Stew says the show is great.
Now, Disco Stew is going to eventually become some Star Trek Discovery.
I would love. What if there's a guy named Stu who shows up on Disco? That'd be great. And he would just call him Disco Stew. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
But it's because every generation tries to come up with its own name, like TOS and ENT and stuff like that, and they were trying to sell this as like DSC or something.
Disco. The shirt is what made it. Yeah,
and everybody calls it disco now. And the fact that it became an organic thing, I love it. It makes me happy in my heart.
Everybody's going to forget about Casey and the Sunshine Band. This is the only disco that's going to matter in the future.
Yeah. This disco is alive and well, mama, and it's kicking like chicken. got that boogie fever. It's great. I mean,
Michelle Yeoh is kicking like chicken, kicking knives out of the air.
She kicked a knife out of the air. That was the most badass thing I have seen in a martial arts fight.
Kicked Lorca in the face when he was holding her from behind.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. That was very interesting, but I was okay with that. Yeah. And then I like the fact that she used her giant ceremonial sword to just cut him in half basically, and then push him into the reactor. The thing was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. And I will say that this show, Star Trek Discovery, Disco as the kids call it, they are big fans of, hey, you're getting ready to beam out of here, let me grab onto somebody else and double beam. That's the move on this show, baby. Everybody be double beaming.
I don't know if I like the fact, though, that and this goes back to continuity, I guess, but every time anybody else has jumped on a beam, they've come over on the same pad. I've never seen anybody get separated.
Split, yeah. They double beam, and it's weird, baby. Now, the funny part that I was telling Stephanie is I kind of called what I think is going to happen, and I'm going to put it out here to you guys, which I'm sure you're well aware of. Lorca is going to help, because once they get back over to the regular universe, we realize that, oh no, the Klingons are winning the war because they jumped 9 months ahead. And in that 9 months that Disco was gone, the Klingons have kind of gotten a real foothold and are kind of doing a great job winning.
Because they got the cloaking device and there's no way to track them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they did a great job, and now they're winning the war. But I think it'll be ironic and kind of funny that Starfleet will turn to a Terran emperor to help them defeat the Klingons, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. So it's everything that Jason Isaac was kind of already doing as evil Lorca. But now it'll be like sanctioned and okay and not undercover. Yeah. If that makes any sense,
Well, I was like, kind of do it a weird, like, backward sort of way where he, blew up a ship, and he was also a prevert.
Yeah.
So there was that.
He was sexing air. He was dick picking everybody.
No, the whole thing about him raising Burnham in the other universe.
And the whole grooming thing.
Yeah. That was creepy.
Yeah, that word grooming is never good.
Unless you're talking about chimpanzees.
Yes, or you're combing a dog.
I can't wait for Mushroom Lorca to show up, though.
Who?
Mushroom Lorca. Do you know he's coming back in the Mycelium Network?
I don't think so. I think we'll see Jason Isaacs again, but I don't think we'll see this version of Lorca.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, man. He's too
It'll be
good.
pretty cool if he's there to terrorize Stamets in the Mushroom Network.
Like in Lawnmower Man, bro. It'll be like Lawnmower Man in space. I don't know. I just think the possibilities are cool, because now we're back in the prime time. We've got. I thought the honesty from Giorgio was great. Like, what have you done? Like, what the fuck have you done to me? Like, why did you do this? You know, I'm really excited, man. The possibilities are great.
Philippa was kicking. You know, Emperor Philippa was. I mean, she's like, yeah, go ahead and leave. I got to take care of this, and she's just. You know, picking them off as they come through the door.
She had a chance, man. She might have won if she had stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's so awesome. Like everything about her is just so great. So I'm glad we're gonna get more of her because that was when she died at the end of the second episode. You're just like, well, that kind of sucked. Like
that's the whole reason I was watching.
Yeah. So it's good that we're gonna get more of her, but it's just funny that again now it's Taryn. Philippa and not regular old nice Philippa.
Don't let her install any sconces. just putting that out there.
Do you guys mind if I carry my giant sword everywhere with me? Yes, we do.
that's actually a problem.
Yes, you can't do that. You can't just stab people in the chest for no apparent reason. What about my throwing stars? You guys cool with my fucking cool throwing stars?
Okay. The little the brain splitter. You good with that? No. Okay. Now I like though.
Stop trying to eat Saru, please.
She's just like just every time he comes by, she's just kind of.
It turns into like Looney Tunes, where she's trying to lure him into a giant cauldron.
Like he turns into like a turkey every time she looks at him.
He just turns into him. He doesn't have to. That's what he's there for.
He comes out.
Ganglia.
He comes out of his quarters, and there's a giant cardboard box with a stick and a string. And there's like a plate with this little sign that says Kelpian food.
I'm the captain.
But yeah, and one thing at the end of the episode. They're back in our universe, and the Admiral and Sarek beam aboard.
Yeah, which is cool.
And they're like, where's Lorca? Oh my God! And start, doing, checking out the thing. One of the things the next morning while I was in the shower thinking about the episode that I've watched a couple of times now.
Was this after you shaved your genitalia?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I took Jason Isaacs' advice and I shaved it into a goatee now down there. But as I think everyone did after watching the episode. But no, Sarek is like in his 90s.
Yeah.
Because he was 101 on the episode of Star Trek that he showed up on, I think in second season, first season?
Yes.
So second season, I guess. So he would have in Journey to Babel. So it's one of those things that if he's 101 then, this is 10 years earlier. So dude's like 90.
He's an old man.
No, he's a young Vulcan. He's just hitting the
yeah, but by the time we
prime.
see him in like TNG and stuff, he's an old man.
Yeah, he's
crazy old man.
Shut up, old man!
Make you fight. I never told Spock I loved him. Oh,
Shut up, old man!
So now Picard has some of Burnham in him. Because it's like the old sex ed commercials they show back in the 80s that when you sleep with somebody, you sleep with everybody.
It's true. When you mind
that
meld,
person slept with, and the mind melding is the same thing. So when you mind meld, you take a little bit of that person. You trade your essences with that person, so to speak.
That Burnham echo is in his head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's this black chick with the weird hair, buddy?
Why do I want to mutiny against myself?
Why do I have a big giant box like I'm from 1989? This makes no sense at all, buddy.
That box is pretty awesome.
Her hair is getting more
I wish
outrageous.
there was a swarthy lieutenant on board.
Mr. Worf, come to my quarters.
Her hair is getting more ridiculous as the series goes along. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
By the end of it, it's just going to be like it's just going to be like a big hair cowboy hat. Like it's all it's just going to be this giant hair cowboy hat.
Never really liked her hair on The Walking Dead. Like it was just kind of like a frony tail.
Yeah. Frony tail.
Yeah.
But whatever she's going for here, I mean, it's working, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that was Mirror Universe style. That wasn't.
Yeah, we'll see what
That
happens.
wasn't our style.
Now, if she comes out with the Ruby Ray hairstyle, then we got issues. But
yeah, I don't know,
until
but
then,
she's
there's
doing
no
good.
Fifth Element hairstyle, so we're okay for now.
She'd be kicking everybody's ass. Well, that's the Patreon stuff. So thank you for listening and thank you for subscribing. And we'll be back next week and we'll talk all about the new episode of Star Trek Discovery.
I mean, we just did 2 parts of the Discovery episode, so
That's bonus, bruh.
bonus.
And plus, we missed.
Check out my big fat bonus.
Bonus.
It's a boner bonus.
My huge throbbing bonus.
We got a huge boner for you.
So I'm looking at Jenny's camera shot, and she's got the poo emoji pillow.
Yes.
Yeah.
My son told me that Google confirmed that it was not actually a poo emoji. It was intended to be chocolate soft serve ice cream.
Yeah, and the eggplant ain't a dick either.
Yeah. Sophie for the longest time thought it was pudding, and then when she found out that it was actually poo, she thought it was the best thing in the whole wide world. So
Kids love poo.
And then there's that one commercial for the iPhone featuring and the talking emojis featuring that band Migos with that stir fry song.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen this commercial, but you should because it's amazing. The song is also fantastic, but only when it's sung by talking emojis. I guess there's 3 guys in the group, and they're represented by one is a cute fox, one is a cute puppy dog, and the other guy is a talking poo. And like I just feel bad for the guy who's a talking poo because like how do you explain that? Like what is that guy thinking in the meeting? Like how the fuck did I end up being talking poo?
Nah, man, it's because you're the shit. That's why.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're a cute fox, all right? I'm a talking piece of shit. This is ridiculous. But yeah, that Migos song for Stir Fry is pretty good, but it's a lot better when it's sung by cartoon fox, dog, and talking poo. Now I will get back to actually being 40 and stop talking about a trap group called Migos.
I hear a lot about it. For them to get to my radar, I see them in a lot of memes.
They fought through a lot of barriers to get to your level.
Yeah. So once I become aware of something, it's usually
It's too late for them.
well, yes, but they at some point must have been pretty good.
Well, they got the Donald Glover endorsement on the Grammys last year, I think, or something like that. So,
and Pharrell did the beat on this song, and it's great. I mean, the song is okay.
You can't beat a Neptune's beat.
No, this is just Pharrell. This ain't even the Neptunes. This is this is just Pharrell. It's really good. And again, when it's being sung by a dog, a cute fox, and a talking poo for a minute, it's amazing. For 4 minutes, it's not great, but for that small amount of time with those cartoons speaking, it's fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Now, is this a commercial with the freckled black guy or the short-haired blonde chick?
No. This is
Or is this a different commercial?
This is a thing I saw on Twitter. It's a minute long. It's a clip of this song. It's talking poo. It's fox, and it's a dog. If I can find it, I'll let you guys see it. It's a really catchy little tune, and
okay. Because there's like a couple of iPhone commercials with the singing emojis.
Yeah, with that cute kind of mixed race girl who has the weird hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's another one with the light-skinned dude, freckled dude.
I haven't seen that one. I know the cute. Here we go. Just tweet Migos emoji, and then here I'll show it to you now. It's really adorable. Here, let's screen share. I love. I can't stop watching this, and my wife is like, "You're an idiot." I was like, "I know, but I really like it." There you go. Let's see if you guys can even hear it too. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Look there.
No, but I see the dog. I see the poop.
I don't see any of it.
You don't see any of that?
No. I see Bob Francis started sharing his screen. Oh, there we go.
All right.
It's a dog. It's
wait till you see the fox. The fox is the best part.
What does the fox say?
He just talks about. He's just rapping.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep.
It's a really cute little commercial. I wish you could look at the fox. Look at the fox. He's so cute.
He is cute.
Look at his face.
A little cute star fox.
Yeah, he's a little fox. I'm like, that's funny with the two dog faces singing right there. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at that little thing. The song's not bad. Can you hear it?
I can hear it now.
No emoji. So now I gotta get an iPhone.
It's not the worst song in the whole wide world, but again, it's a lot cuter when it's done by the fox and the dog and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been watching that thing in one.
Fox dog poop.
Fox dog poop. That's the new hot. That's the new hot trap group. Fox dog poop.
Yeah, the new mumble rap gang.
Yep, we're a fox dog poop.
Fucking fox dog poop.
Oh, I was doing some trap songs in the shower the other day about being a homosexual. It was really easy. Like if gay trap ever becomes a thing, I'm gonna be like the hottest. Right, I'm gonna be the hottest dude.
That sounds like the most TOS episode, the gay trap.
The gay trap.
You've heard of the man trap. Now it's time for the gay.
Telling you, if gay trap ever becomes a thing, I got all the hot lyrics, son. I was just
get ahead of the curve and make it a thing.
I was just freestyling too. I can't remember any of them, but I was freestyling. I was walking around the house by myself for like 5 minutes, just freestyling gay trap songs. It was the best.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you get bored sometimes. When you're in the grips of like a Dayquil kind of NyQuil cycle of fever. It was awesome. But anyway, let's talk about this episode of Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Columbo.
I'd watch that. I would totally watch Deep Space Columbo. This episode is called Improbable Cause. It's the 66th episode of the television series Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the 20th episode of the 3rd season. The story
written by Ronald Moore.
Yes, it says
here, one more thing, Garak.
It says here teleplay by Renee Archia Verrera. So I don't know where you got your info, Ben. But
what was Ronald Moore still a script editor at this time?
I don't fucking know, man.
He was involved in it.
Stop trying to cover your fuck up, Ben. All right, you fucked up.
If anybody on the show would know, it's you, Ben.
The next episode was written by Ronald D. Moore, but not this one. Not this one.
Okay. So this was directed by Avery Brooks.
Yes.
I hear good things about him.
Yes. A lot of this, for some reason, a lot of these shots are done on lipstick cameras in bathrooms. I don't know why. All from the ground up. It's very strange.
I need these shots up the toilet seat.
I need more upskirts.
They didn't use a lot of that footage, though.
No.
You can get it on the special
collection.
Yeah, he almost took his name off the episode because he was unhappy with the lack of upskirt shots in the episode. This wasn't my vision.
Well, I guess in this time period, it'd be the upscant, right?
Yes.
Great.
So men and women when they're scants.
They're scants. So Garak and his boyfriend are having a very peaceful lunch together.
Yeah.
They're really enjoying each other's company.
Yes.
Again, I wish I had somebody to go to lunch with as often as Garak and fucking...
He's trying to explain Shakespeare to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Julian's being all Julian and Garak's being all Garak.
I mean, Julian really should have told him that, well, I mean, Shakespeare is best in its original Klingon. And I think he would have understood.
I think Garak actually probably knew that, and Julian is one of the haters who denies it.
Yeah. It's like these fucking humans with their cultural appropriation.
Why do they got to be stealing my great fucking works of Klingon, Cockclaw, and Bishop? Yeah, it's but I mean, again, they have such a great friendship. I mean, I'm surprised they're not jerking each other off at the table, but that's just me.
Yeah.
This is the will they won't they relationship of DS9.
Yeah.
That's why the series actually ended in season 7. I'll go ahead and spoil that for you. They finally get together.
Julian got pregnant.
And then it's just like after that, who cares?
Julian got butt pregnant.
Had a little Cardassian butt baby.
Oh wow. I love Garak. Like he's fantastic. I can't describe it enough. Like he's just wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't want to like him, but this episode really made me just enjoy the character.
Yeah. Like, he's just so much fun. I just really enjoy Garak. Like, you don't know what the hell he's talking about or if any of it's true or what his real motives are. And it's just such a wonderful kind of what's the word I'm looking for here?
No idea.
Me neither. I'm just going to keep moving my hands until it comes to me. It's such a wonderful kind of, it's a wonderful kind of, I don't know, fuck it.
Wonderful life.
Yes. He's like no other character in the Star Trek universe because you have no idea what the hell he's talking about or what his real motives are.
Yeah, I don't think even other Cardassians in TNG were this much of a liar. Like, he's just the biggest fucking liar in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I love his interpretation of the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the real meaning of this at all.
Yeah.
I
just don't tell the same lie twice.
It's just like,
yes.
I love you, Garak.
Everything. He's just so wonderful. Because, I mean, all right, because with Quark's whole thing is like he wants to make profit. Like, that's his whole thing. So he's shady and underhanded, but it's all for money. Like, why does Garak do it? He just does it because that's all he knows how to do is just lie. Yeah. And it's wonderful to watch.
Can I ask you, Ben? I don't want to know what happens, obviously, but do we ever find out what Garak's motivations are and some more about his past? So it just
we get more about his past.
Yeah,
we absolutely get more about his past, but like his whole motivation and stuff, I don't feel like I ever really knew why he did anything.
Maybe he doesn't know. He just does it.
He's just a sociopath or whatever.
Yeah.
Could be.
You know,
he's my hero.
He's fucking great, man. There's no other character like him. It's just, he's just so, he's just a mystery.
Everything was the truth, especially the lies.
Yeah.
That was my favorite line of it. I mean, just like, motherfucker. God damn.
You know, and it's weird because it's just so much fun to watch him just kind of like weasel his way in and out of every situation. He's never unnerved. He's never intimidated. He's never uncomfortable. He's just always kind of facing life with like the same kind of like bullshit. Like, yeah, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, he you know what? He's acting like a man who's clearly lived out his borrowed time and it's just like, whatever, I'm here. You know?
Yeah.
He is truly living life in the moment.
Yep. I could die at any moment, so fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, right away we start out with like his shop blows up.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, his shop explodes.
Yeah,
it's like volatile chemicals in the tailor shop.
Yeah.
It's the dry cleaning fluid.
Oh, okay.
You got to watch out for that stuff.
And all that Rohypnol he has in there.
Well, yeah.
You know, his space blows up. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Garak, and you run over there, and like you want to feel bad for him, but you kind of don't because you know he must have done something to somebody somewhere.
Yeah,
like you immediately know, like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like I don't know anything about Garak, but yeah, so I can see why someone would want to blow his place up. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, I like when he said, you know, do you have any enemies? And he's like, oh, you know, this Nausicaan and this guy that a lot, and Major Kira,
I have a few enemies. Yeah, you could say that.
That's not her style, though. Major Kira would just shift you like in a crowded room.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. Somebody was, you know, was it later in the episode when he's like, well, if she wanted you dead, you'd be dead by now. And he's like, yeah, probably. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. People aren't even pretending anymore that she's not a murderer.
Oh, yeah, she's a total cold-blooded killer.
Straight up.
You know, but she's she's also like a ruthless soldier who was fucking fighting against some brutal dictatorship. Like, yeah, she's like a freedom fighter. She's essentially Che Guevara. Like, if Che Guevara would have lived and like kind of cleaned himself up and got hot tits and like a weird onesie, like that's what Che Guevara would be. Is fucking.
That is the natural progression. Eventually, what would happen to him with his sassy beret?
You know what? I'm sure
that was the first step.
I'm sure he'd be happier being that than some fucking dude they put on T-shirts they sell for $75.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
You know, so, but yeah.
He would probably shoot each and every person who's ever worn one of those T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, and probably me for making that joke.
I think the transgender joke would have been what set him off. Just guessing.
No, man, who
Not a big
knows?
fan.
I don't know.
Transvestite, not transgender. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I'm not from Transylvania, so I don't know.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm just a plain, simple tailor.
I'm just saying eventually he would end up being Bajoran. And
See, I always thought that she was more of like a Moisha Diane mixed with Gal Gadot.
all right, I could see that.
Yeah, that badass war general mixed with, you know, the new hotness.
She's not like I always thought she was like a guerrilla fighter. Like, she's just out in the front lines, like blowing shit up and being all ruthless. That would be a great fucking, like, you're talking about doing a cool kind of gritty Star Trek prequel series. I would love to just see that. Like, like the early
Occupied Bajor.
right? Which is Kieran Reese running around blowing stuff up.
Yeah, slitting people's throats.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like
having wild sex with fucking Vedics.
Yeah.
They've got the Star Wars, you know, the tales, you know, a Star Wars story or whatever. You got the Han Solo thing. You've got the Rogue One. You know, you've got these off, you know, the main episodes, you know, Star Wars now. So there should be something like that with Star Trek, where it's not. This isn't, you know, in the primary storyline. This is just a one-off. Here's a miniseries based on, you know. It's a prequel miniseries based on
Bajor Libre, Star Trek story.
Dude, I would totally watch that. That would be awesome, right? That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, you know what?
And of course, then you get the one where, you know, it's Riker at the Academy years, and it's just him nailing, you know, chicks from across the galaxy.
XTDs for everybody. The Riker, the early years. Well, it's funny because last night when I was watching TNG on my nightly trek through the Star Trek universe, it was the episode with what's her face, the chick from X-Men. How do you pronounce her name?
Famke Janssen.
Yeah, Famke Janssen. It was that episode, and like just watching Riker react to her every move is the fucking funniest thing in the.
I'll be in the holodeck if you need me.
Card.
Yes, when Riker goes and masturbates.
Like he straight up says, "I'll be in the holodeck."
Yep, that's exactly what he says. Like he leaves the room, wipes the smooch off his mustache and beard, and goes, "I'll be in holodeck 4 if anybody needs me."
I mean, that was because people made a big deal when what's his name, Baldwin from what is it, Firefly?
Adam Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin. When he's like, "I'll be in my bunk." I mean, you know, that was his little go-to thing. Riker did this, you know, 10 years before that. He was just like, you know, heading to the holodeck.
I gotta go masturbate into a virtual sock.
It's not masturbation.
You don't know how to use a holodeck, man. Let me show you.
Yeah, I love that episode.
Ski.
I can't stop coming. So much jizz. But yeah, that episode cracks me up. But anyway, Improbable Cause. Yeah, so the tailor shop blows up, and they're trying to figure out. And they're trying to figure out what. And then Odo comes in, and he starts studying what happens, and he discovers that the Romulans are behind this, which is really, really weird. Like, why would the Romulans want to kill Garak?
But why wouldn't?
Everybody wants to kill Garak.
Well, I mean, first we find out about the assassin.
Yeah.
You know, and so the thing with the assassin that I thought was just amazing This is like, what, 94, 95 when this episode came out?
It was April 24th, 1995.
We could still bring liquids onto planes.
Yeah.
But the way that the assassin was going to make that binary agent by mixing this stuff together.
Very cool that Odo figured that out.
We didn't worry about shit like that for another 10 years.
Yeah. That was cool because the assassin dude, what race was he? What was he called? Like
a Flaxian?
Flaxian. Yes, he's a Flaxian.
Flaxseed.
The Flaxian.
He reminded me of the chicken lady from Kids in the Hall.
I can see that.
Chicken lady.
He had like a chicken lady vibe. He also looked like maybe he's the front man of like some shitty 80s metal cover band that may play the Promenade at DS9 too.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of irons in the fire here, but he kind of fashions himself as like a salesman, and he's selling fragrances. So he's one of those weird guys at the mall trying to sell you the fucking sand soaps and shit like that.
Just don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Oh, son of a bitch.
It's from Dead Sea.
It's
Dead
from
Sea waters.
It's from Dead Sea, good for skin. Come here. Let me rub all over your body.
No, please stop.
But if you mix the chemicals, like Ben said, it makes an explosion. And somehow...
Well, this is poison. Gives you a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, Odo knew this because Odo kind of knows everything.
Yeah. He's a smart cookie.
Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable with the idea that Odo's been around the block. And you know what? Odo's seen some shit.
Yeah.
As we find out a little bit more later.
Odo's seen some real shit. Not just neck tricks and fucking, the back of dirty stalls and DS9 blowing lots of dudes. But he's seen some real shit.
Yeah.
All these characters.
You spend some time as a chair and then you see some stuff.
He was also, one of the seashells in the Three Seashells for a while. That's when he really was just,
so
it was bad.
But yeah, so then they figure out that the Flaxians are dudes that like to are normally hired by Romulans, so the Romulans want to kill them.
Yep.
But why?
And they found when the Flaxian ship blew up, it was like, oh, it's this kind of way of blowing up warp engines, and that's what the Romulans do.
Yep. So the Romulans, they killed this dude did they kill him because he was unsuccessful, or did they think that it worked out and they killed him anyway?
They were probably going to kill him either way. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Just to tie up any loose ends. But when they asked him, it's like, hey, did you know this guy? Did y'all kill him? And they're like, oh yeah, we fucked him up.
Yeah, we
that
totally
was
killed
us.
that guy.
Yeah. Because he was wanted, I don't know about this Garak guy, but yeah, the flaxseed guy was wanted for some shit on Romulus, and so we executed him. It's all
like
legal.
how their way of executing somebody is just to blow up the ship.
Yeah.
They don't take him in and shoot him. They don't hang him anything. Like they just wherever he is, blow that shit up.
The Tal Shadar, man, they ain't fucking around. They're like, yeah, we'll just blow you up.
Yep.
Oh, what?
I love though that Garak gets a swipe in at the Romulans.
Yeah.
He's like, was it? No, it was Odo. They got he's like, you'd think with their uniforms they'd want a good tailor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck. Well, they especially in the TNG era, the Romulans just look so uncomfortable. I mean,
well, I looked it up, and Ronald D. Moore was a supervising producer on Deep Space Nine at this time, and he had actually fought.
All right, Ben.
Hold on, he had actually fought in this episode to change the Romulan uniforms.
Really?
And that's why the junior guards or whatever had a less prominent. He's like that's ridiculous. Nobody's wearing that.
They all like David Byrne.
Yes, they
same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
I kind of want to take videos of Romulans and make a video.
Same as it ever was.
Talking Heads video of Romulans. That would be amazing.
You may find yourself on the bridge of a large Romulan warbird.
You may find yourself at war with the Klingons. My God.
How did I get here?
So, yeah, it's definitely a ridiculous look.
Yeah.
And I think out of all of the Star Trek looks, the Romulans are by far the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are the most Lego ready.
Oh yeah, totally. Like
Yeah.
they're ready.
Good to go.
Yeah.
That was the merchandising that they had in mind when they created the Romulan look.
And then the Lego guys were like, "Yeah, it's just too blocky for us."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
We've already done it.
How is that a thing?
But I don't get the Romulan thing. But what do I know? I mean, they've been around for hundreds of years. These Romulans.
Yeah, but then you shave them and put tattoos on them. Everybody lose their minds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally right. You make them all weird, but I think that was more the actor's fault. I think he was.
Hi, Christopher.
He was just really bad. Like, yeah, he was really bad. Hi, Christopher. he was so awkwardly shitty in that movie.
I have blocked out so much of that performance.
I completely forgot about that.
It's so weird.
I do like that. That is one of my favorite moments in Star Trek. Hi, Christopher.
It's like, are you my ex-girlfriend who's talking to me?
How come you didn't call me last night?
Yeah.
I know you saw my messages.
Fire everything! Just really bad. Really crappily done, I think.
Well, that's what you get when you get off-brand Trek.
It's just, it's not my biggest. I thought the film looked cool. I was into the other actors. I just thought he was poorly cast.
Yeah,
they made some weird decisions there, Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Hi, Christopher. I totally forgot about that, Dennis. That's great.
Oh,
Just dummies. So, anywho, where are we here?
blew up the flaxseed.
The flow. He got killed.
Yeah, and the Romulans admitted it.
He did.
Hey, but good luck with that whole...
Yeah, the Romulans like, yeah, we killed him. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, we do that. We're
good luck with
Romulans.
your cobbler.
Yeah. Hey, have fun with that. I'd like to see you try stopping from killing
Do you
people.
think like tailors and cobblers have this big rivalry where they hate being called one or the other?
Yes.
That really pissed off Garak. I'm not a fucking cobbler.
You know what?
I didn't think so until you said it. Now I 100% believe that.
I don't make fucking shoes, man.
Yeah. I like the Jets and the Sharks.
Yeah.
You know what? I make these fucking outfits. I ain't got no son bitching little dwarfy elf boys coming in here doing this shit for me at night so I can sleep with my old lady. No, I miss out on that shit because I'm in here making clothes all night.
Any asshole can make a pair of fucking loafers.
Fucking elf fucking motherfuckers.
Goddamn
artist.
stupid ass wingtips. I don't give a fuck.
I'm an artist, man. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Fucking cobbler. Cobbler's dessert.
Cobbler's sold out.
And don't get me started on some fucking haberdashers.
Haberdashery.
Fucking Truman motherfucker.
And Odo starts digging around to find out what happens. And it's more complicated than, I guess, an assassination attempt on Garak. There's lots of crazy shit going on here.
Oh, yeah. And that's when we find out about the Cardassian neck trick.
Yeah, because Odo meets with one of his top secret fucking informants in the fucking...
My.
Now, is that
In the
that's not
Empire.
Gul Dukat, is it?
No.
No, it's not. I don't even know who
Do we
it
ever
is.
find out who it is?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know why it was such a big deal to keep his face hidden unless it was going to be someone who would come
Yeah.
back later.
It was very Watergate to me.
Yeah.
It was like Deep Throat. Cardassian neck trick.
That's the
Like
next-
It
That's the trick.
Trading places.
it
Mr.
was
Beaks.
yeah, it was meeting in the parking garage kind of thing. On a he's standing on a different level. I don't know.
I got what they were going for.
Yeah,
But
I
why?
did not.
What I don't get is why did Odo play along that he didn't know where the guy was? Like he kept talking like, "Oh, I don't know where you are,"
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But then the guy tossed him the
Yeah.
the whatever.
Well, he knew where he was, but he just wasn't looking because the guy said,
Yeah, but
"I don't want
why?
you to see my." Because he
Why,
said,
man?
I'm trying to
But
tell
why
you.
was he still like looking around?
Because
Like,
he
like,
wasn't
"Oh,
looking
I don't
around.
know where you are.
No, he's still looking around because you're talking to a fucking wall, so you got to look at something.
And maybe he was trying to make sure there wasn't more people there. Maybe he was trying to make sure he didn't walk into something that was unanticipated. Maybe he was looking for a bucket, perhaps, in case shit got heavy. He could fucking bucket
In
himself.
case he wanted to catch 40 winks real quick.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm kind of tired, man. This was a really long flight. I need to take a bucket break. So I'll see you guys soon.
Maybe he's looking for a good place to turn into a chair so that he can catch people
Is
walking
that how
by.
Odo like passive aggressively ducks out of conversations? It's like I gotta hit my bucket real quick.
The thing is that he literally makes the sound that Bob's making.
Yeah.
He just, it's not the sound that his body makes it. He just with his mouth goes. Like,
That's
what?
when Odo's really bored with the conversation. It's like somebody's talking to him. He's like, and he's like, I gotta get to my bucket. He's like, you're doing that with your own mouth, Odo. That's not really happening. He's like, seriously, I gotta go. I'm starting to break down. Really embarrassing.
Shape.
But like, well, I can see Odo too. It's like he's in the middle of a shitty conversation, and the person who's having a really shitty conversation, who's talking, looks away and turns.
Probably Julian.
And there's an extra chair there. And like, oh no! Like,
Fuck, dude.
Sorry, guys.
Which one am I?
Or even worse, he doesn't change to the chair. He just kind of squats over in the side and goes, "I'm a chair." Okay, Odo, those improv classes are just really getting annoying.
Or he could just make his ears disappear so that you know he's not
Can't
listening
hear
anymore.
you. La, 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 la.
They just slowly shrink and fade away into his. It's like, are you listening to me?
Nope.
Losing interest.
His face just slowly.
He starts doing this. Oh no, I gotta go.
Or he just leaves an Odo shell there, like it's outside of his body. And the rest of them go somewhere else.
Better get the bucket. This is gonna be another one of fucking Dax's long stories.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! O'Brien's going on about his wife again. Fuck.
Oh my God, this is all nighter. A little bit later, you're talking to the captain, or Commander Sisko, and he gets bored, and all of a sudden Sisko's just like, "You're not even a fucking shapeshifter." Yeah, but O'Brien, you're boring.
I know how to do this trick.
I get it, O'Brien. You saw yourself again on the promenade. It's called a mirror. What the fuck, buddy? They're everywhere, man. You don't have those in Ireland or wherever the fuck you're from.
I got up to wee in the middle of the night, and I looked in the mirror, and there I was, looking back at me.
I saw myself going to the bathroom. It must be another time flux, man.
It's either a time flux or it's from another dimension. Because I did get a bit excited when I saw myself, and I did have to kind of jerk it. And they're all about sex there.
What's going on?
What?
See, yeah,
what?
Huh?
Drop your pants, O'Brien.
No, O'Brien is not an attractive man. I think that's been
Yeah. And I think in Ireland
He
he's
might
a
have a
sex
nice
symbol.
cock. You never know.
Yeah, but if you're not an attractive man, then no one cares about your nice gack.
I think the
I don't know,
Hedgehog
man.
would disagree with you.
All right. Well, I mean, Hitchcock was also a very powerful director. And stuff.
No, I said the Hedgehog.
The Hedgehog. Okay. All right. I thought
Yeah.
you said Hitchcock, and I was like, it's a weird guy to bring up, but cool. All right. I got something for that.
Sonic?
Let's do it. Yeah.
No, not Sonic. What's the porn? The Jeremy Piven.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. That's it.
Jeremy Piven. You're close.
Ron Jeremy Piven.
Same ballpark. Same ballpark.
That's the before and after
Different but
clue
same.
on the next Wheel of Fortune. It's just
Different,
like Ron
different,
Jeremy.
different but same.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'd like
Jay.
to solve Ron Jeremy Piven.
Different but same. Different but same.
You don't got the guts, say Jack.
Hey, you know what? The Discovery writers listen to the podcast, so maybe.
I mean, they got to be running out of puzzles on Wheel of Fortune by now.
It's like, hey, go check out any long-lasting Star Trek podcasts. See if they can come up with some clues.
I bet they got some cool shit going on over there. You got to probably check that out.
How do you, it's like, hey, Pat, how do you spell? I'd like a B. Oh, you got 7 B's.
I'd like to solve the
Wait, that's
puzzle.
too many right next to each other.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. I believe it's. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry, you're not getting the new fucking Chevy Malibu.
Yeah.
It's always a Chevy Malibu.
Trisha, would you like to spin or solve? I'd like to solve that.
That's a sound you're very familiar with there, Trish.
So then Odo kind of figures out what's happening because of his fucking worm inside his mole, if you will.
He's got a worm too.
Yeah, everybody's got a worm.
God
Suck
damn.
on the worm.
His mole has a worm. That's what happened.
Kinky.
Yeah, and they're just sucking each other. The worm and the mole are just sucking each other.
Wait, are the worms sucking each other?
The worms and the moles. They're all just everybody. It's just like a big suck fest.
It's like a
Wormhole
mole
69.
worm 69. Yeah.
And then Odo tries to get Garak to admit that he blew up his own shop in order to get Odo to begin investigating.
Yeah.
That's weird. And why would Garak want to blow up his own place? I think it's the best thing in the whole world. It's so Garak.
Yeah.
All
You
this.
can't kill me. I'm already dead.
Yeah.
I win.
But then all the Cardassians that have been killed recently have been close to Ebron, or however you pronounce his first name. Ebron?
LeBron James?
Yes, first Kevin Love died, and then it was
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas died, and then J.R. Smith also died.
Yeah. Well, his jump shot died.
Yeah. Who was that one guy who supposedly banged LeBron James's mom? Was that?
Oh, no. Oh, God. What's his name? Maurice.
I thought it was West.
No, what's his name? Mo
Kanye?
something. Fuck.
I'm Googling it.
What'd you Google? Guy who banged LeBron James' mom.
LeBron's mom. Every 12-year-old on Xbox Live.
Teammate banged LeBron James's mom.
Guy who...
It was Delonte West.
Delonte West?
One email making the rounds claimed that LeBron James's mom, pictures, and Cavs teammate Delonte West were involved in a scandalous affair that destroyed the team's ability to play together.
That's right, because he did get traded right after that.
Yeah,
He banged it pretty hard if he fucked up the whole team.
Yeah. Delonte West. But I think
that's kind of, I don't know, that you don't do that. You don't bang a friend's mom. That's
Delonte West, he was like living on the streets and stuff after that, right? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
he
Yeah.
got traded and then he was like living out on the streets.
ouch.
So yeah,
Don't go fuck with LeBron.
don't bang LeBron James's mom.
Yeah.
So that's the rule here. Like if you bang LeBron James's mom, things are gonna go bad for you.
So if we ever make one of those posters, everything I needed to know I learned from Dork Trek.
Yes.
The first one, of course, is don't F with time.
Yes.
But then somewhere in there has to be don't bang LeBron James's mom.
Yeah. Or if you do, at least make it worth it, because the rest of your life is going to be terrible.
Yeah, you're gonna be living on the streets.
Yeah.
And when
Don't forget
people
shout out, bro.
people get a shout out on Dork Trek.
And here's the thing: is nobody's gonna fucking believe you. Once you go homeless,
You got a shout out on Dork Trek. Somebody will believe that. I mean, that's,
I don't know.
Hey, Delonte.
yo, I heard you was on Dork Trek. They're talking about you on Dork Trek. No, man, they big,
Are they hiring? Are they hired?
they big time. They big time. They ain't talking about me. No, not little old Delonte West. Ain't no way. I'm just a cobbler out here trying to make some shoes.
Goddamn elf sneaking in my shop, stealing my materials every night.
That's good, man. I'm glad they had some nice things. They talk about my shoes.
Is he the cobbler for Big Baller Brand?
Yes, he makes all the shoes for Big Ball for whatever.
He needs to hurry up, man. They're fucking way behind on orders.
Well, I mean, he's too busy banging LeBron James's mom.
She's insatiable.
She needs it.
Once you go homeless, you never go roamless.
LeBron will never listen to our podcast now.
You never know. I heard he was a big fan of Star Trek.
This will be the one episode he listens to.
Is he into hearing? He's into hearing about people banging his mom, just not them actually banging his mom.
Yeah, that's he plays, like I said, Xbox Live. He plays with 12-year-olds all the time. You know, bangs your mom. Shut up. Talk more.
You guys are total dicks. No, but I'm not. I mean, I'm sure none of that stuff happened. We're just being. I'm sorry, LeBron. That was.
I'm not sorry. I don't give a fuck.
You know, if LeBron would like to come on the show and talk about an episode and possibly about the people who haven't banged his mom, we're happy to have him.
Talk about his hair plugs.
The greatest comeback in NBA history is his hairline.
That was good, Jenny.
You're on notice, LeBron's mom. Jenny's coming for you.
We gonna be scissoring.
And you'll be coming for her soon.
We gonna be scissoring LeBron.
Scissoring.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I think we're on the wrong podcast. Hold on.
What happened here?
Is there a podcast about scissoring LeBron's mom?
It's celebrity scissoring. We should start our podcast.
That's an awfully specific podcast topic.
If Lauren and Peter show up, you'd be surprised.
It's about it's a podcast about people you want to scissor, celebrities.
I haven't heard Mouthy Broadcast talk about scissoring LeBron's mom yet.
Well,
put that on the agenda for next time.
Yeah.
She's putting it on the list right now.
When they get desperate, what should we talk about this week? I don't know if I can scissoring LeBron's mom. Whatever we've done.
I heard she fucks.
So,
LeBron's on the show. Hey guys, you know who puts out? My mom.
LeBron, that's inappropriate. Talk about your mom that way.
Hey, if you can get some minutes off the bench, you can get some minutes from my mom. It's okay.
Oh,
listen, LeBron, this whole conversation has really gone askew. I'm very sad about this. Let's move on to something else, please. So, anywho, so this all goes back to Bronte. I'm trying to figure out. It's always fun to piece it together how it came about. And it's like, oh, we were talking about Bronte, and now it's LeBron James. I wonder if Delonte West.
So is that why Garak had a falling out? Because he banged Bronte's mom?
Yes, he banged Bronte's.
Yep. No, it is not. No,
I know why. I
do too. But
I know why.
They banged, right?
Yes, they did. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
In the bang runabout.
Yes.
Garak comes up his nose.
They have the runabout that just kind of goes through and is like, hey, you want to make $100? Just take a ride.
You want to make 5 bars of gold press Latin the hard way?
Or the easy way. I mean, it's a fun day.
Depends on who you're talking to. So now Odo and Garak set off to try to find Tane, bro.
LeBron Taint and Pootie Tang.
And I think this is why I love this show so much, is because you can have entire episodes that have nothing to do with Starfleet, and they're always the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing Starfleet had to do was lend them a runabout.
Yeah. And if not, I'm sure Garak would have just stolen one.
Yeah.
I
like though. Okay, so Garak is this Cardassian in exile. He's a tailor on the space station
that nobody trusts.
And then he fully expected to get a runabout because he's like, yeah, I'm going to need a runabout when he talked to Odo. And Odo's like, no, we will get a runabout.
Well, I mean, I imagine it's kind of like renting a car, right? Like you're at the resort and the resort.
No, this is
Enterprise runabouts. We'll pick you up.
I'm going to go down to the fucking naval station, the naval air station, and be like, hey, I need to borrow one of those jets for not one of the big fancy ones. Just
know how Star Trek works. I mean, come on, it's based in their lore, man. I was watching the Charlie X episode yesterday. They just find some fucking kid on a spaceship that they know has crazy powers, and he's just walking around on the fucking bridge of the ship. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, and that one kid stole a runabout on or a shuttlecraft on the TNG episode.
Yeah.
That Picard had to talk him through bouncing off of the atmosphere of that planet.
And then,
but they live on the ship. I mean, that was
not Charlie X. And then you got fucking Troy's mom just shows up and does whatever the hell she wants. Damn,
well, she's an ambassador.
Ambassador schmassador.
Big ambassador.
Point counterpoint.
I mean, when you break out the schmassador, dude, there's nothing else that your argument is null and void, son.
That's right.
Like when when that's it.
They don't teach that in debate school.
Hell no, because it's the fucking nuclear option, bro.
You're done.
Like,
it's like that's. I don't know why the Democrats haven't tried that yet. I mean,
Daka schmaka.
you know what? Fucking
tax
wall is small, all right? And they're like, oh shit, we got nothing, son.
Build the wall, schmilt the schmall.
Because what do you say after that? Even as like, if someone's arguing with you, just like, that's the stupidest thing ever, and you're just like, fuck it, I got nothing.
Yeah. Stupid schmoopid.
That's when you
Are you
realize
flummoxed?
you're arguing with an idiot. You should just be quiet.
I noticed that Ginny is the quietest one of us at
There
the
you
moment,
go.
so that's.
You shut me down. I can't come back from that argument. So.
But yeah, and it's also ironic too because everyone thinks Garak was an ex-member of the Obsidian Order. So they're just like, yeah, whatever. Have a ship, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll probably steal it anyway, so go ahead and take it.
Steal schmeal.
God damn it, we're giving you a ship. Just stop.
So, where are we here? So yeah, so they get their ship and they're going out, and en route they're captured by a Romulan warbird.
No.
And then they find out that fucking Tane is on the ship. What is happening?
What? He's giving orders.
This is just bonkers. He's telling everybody what to do.
And Garak breaks with the racial slurs.
Yeah.
I like how he walks onto the bridge or whatever where the guy is, and he's just like, there's just so much shade being thrown.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Second he walks in the room, oh, I see you got fat.
What's up, Tub
Hey.
Scout?
You still can't make a nice suit, but you know.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not fat.
Yeah, at least I'm not a fat idiot.
You married to that haircut? It's fucking terrible.
Fucking your dick smells.
Yeah.
Huh? Haircut, schmearcut. Oh,
Oh damn!
Damn it.
God.
You were always the best, Garak.
Neck schmeck.
Your words cut so deep, Tane.
Tane schmain.
Oh,
Oh, come back.
I yielded to you already with this argument, but yet you still continue to batter me.
I will exile you again. Exile schmexile.
Oh!
Oh,
My God, show mercy.
But yeah, so yeah, where are we here? What happens?
Well, he tells him about his big old plan to take the mixed Cardassian Romulan battle group
What a
Yeah.
terrible plan.
and fuck up the Dominion.
But it does sound awesome, though.
Oh yeah, it does sound totally ruling. Like all these dudes are gonna go over there and fuck some shit up.
It's a pirate fleet of Cardassian and Romulan vessels that's going to go to the Gamma Quadrant halfway across the galaxy and try to wreck shop.
And they're gonna blow up the Founder's planet.
Yeah, a whole planet. They're going to destroy.
they're going to take the Death Star with them.
Yeah.
Well, those the Romulan D. Dietrich's class are like what, twice, 3 times the size of a Galaxy class ship.
The Romulan ships have always been unnecessarily large.
Well, there's some compensation going on.
Yeah, they definitely have small peens. Like, even
Yeah, I don't think, like, what's a crew complement on the thing? Like 20 people? It's not a lot of people on those ships.
7.
But I mean, like, the
There's
ships
7
are
guys you saw.
fucking, like, every time I always thought the Romulan ships were on screen compared to the Federation, you're just like, oh my God, it's like 7 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually put like the Galaxy class in the gap between the engines.
Yeah, there's a lot of negative space.
Yeah.
Well, it was very, very artistic. It was, you know, they
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It does look cool, but I mean, it's unnecessary. What do I know?
I'm not a ship designer.
You're not a Romulan.
Schmun necessary.
Damn it!
Got him again, Dennis.
Yes.
We have to take the tool away from Dennis. He's becoming too powerful.
I took Garak's seminar on debate.
Dennis has seen the face of God, and he is now wielding his power without mercy.
Space of shod.
No, Dennis.
But
Turn not thy countenance away
yeah.
from us.
their plan is kind of dumb, but I guess cool. I mean, I don't. And then
They're going to lose, but it'd be a good fight.
Yeah. I mean, like their analysis is correct because the Dominion is pretty badass. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to beat the Dominion, you kind of do need to do a preemptive strike. but they just don't have the firepower.
Well, I'm not even sure if Tane thinks they're going to lose because he's like, look, we're going to sneak up on them. They're not going to know we're coming. We're going to go there. We're going to blow up their whole fucking planet. Yeah. And he even asks, like, so you want in on this, bro? And Garak's like, yeah.
Did you see Garak's expression on this, though? I mean, he was just,
yeah.
Why? I'm back in? Why?
You're not going to kill me after all. Cool.
This is amazing. Yeah,
I mean, you can leave now. You just have to leave the shapeshifter, but you can go.
Yeah. This is one of the best dumb plans I'll ever be a party to.
Yeah, and the last, apparently.
This is fucking killer. Let's go blow up some shit.
I'm in.
Yeah, and that's the end of the episode. So, I mean, this whole...
to be continued.
You have known... I mean, the Federation is barely in this episode.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for the next one.
It's great! The show doesn't stop. Like, it never ceases to amaze me how good it is.
I hate that I left work late, because if I had left earlier in the day, I would have definitely watched both episodes tonight.
Yeah.
I started to watch the second one, but I realized that I was like... going to end up getting the story mixed up, and like I was going to start remembering things that happened in the second one, and I was like, let me just wait. I'll wait for the next one.
You know what? The second episode is better than the first one.
It is.
That is so rare, though. I mean, I think we pretty much established in TNG that it was the second one was always the letdown.
If I can be honest, because I watched this one last week, I was like, man, this was not as good an episode as I thought it would be. And then I saw it was a two-parter. I was like, I bet they saved it all for the second episode. And they did.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Because normally what would happen was you would have the cool setup on the first episode of TNG, and then the second episode wouldn't really be about all the cool setup. It would be about like Data would have a dream, or like he'd fucking pass gas or some shit.
Or Denise Crosby would show up.
Yeah, then there'd be a trial about robot farting and shit, and then you'd eventually kind of creep back over, like, oh yeah, Worf's stuck on this planet all by himself with a bunch of fucking other Klingon dudes. That's weird, right? We talked about it for 50 minutes, and we've mentioned it for 35 seconds in this second episode. But no, it's the second episode's killer.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next week. Oh, Dork Trick! So what do you think, Ben? What did you think of the episode?
I'm going to give this a strong 8 because I just really enjoyed it. It was, Odo and Garak, not a team up that I expect often, but definitely a fun team up. The only way this episode could have been any better is that if they could have got Quark to be part of that and had like a little trio going on for some reason, and just so it would have been Quark, Odo, and Garak. Then I would have given it like a 9, but this is a strong 8.
Wow.
Pretty much anything that you get more story with Garak. I mean, he's definitely one of my favorite DS9 characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate Cardassians. Don't get me wrong, but he's one of the good ones.
But he's not even a real Cardassian. He's some guy out on the fucking. He's just some used car salesman liar dude who may know how to kill everybody.
Yeah,
which is awesome. This episode's an 8. I'm agreeing with Dan. With Ben. What do you say, Jenny?
I'm gonna have to agree. Also, it's an 8. When I watched it the second time, I liked it a little bit less, but I like to see where they're setting it up and where the story is going. So that's why it's as high as it is, I think. So, yeah, I like Garak a lot in this episode. I like learning more about him. So,
and last but not least, Dennis Blackenasian.
Well, I hate to do it because Ben says I always do this, but I give this like a 6.5.
What? Oh, wow.
Wow.
It just there were parts where it dragged for me, especially when they were interrogating the dude and everything. It's just like, get along with it.
You know what, Dennis? Drag schmag.
Told you.
And that's the perfect way.
I concede.
That's the perfect way to end this episode. So there you go, everybody. We'll be back next week with the second part of the episode, which is called "The Die Is Cast,"
and it's better.
That's a dramatic ass name.
Is it a 20-sided die?
We'll find out on Friday. So good times, everybody. We will talk to you guys next week, and thank you for listening.